Well, good morning, everybody. I usually greet you from my music room, but I'm greeting you from an empty church today. The church I go to on Sunday mornings. They probably not like it when I get this out. They probably want to delete me and my membership. But I got to say what I got to say. See that door back there? When sinners come through that door and they see these taped off benches, they see people wearing masks, and something happened to me on Sunday morning. I was sitting over in that chair, and somebody was sitting in the middle chair, and somebody was sitting in this chair. And when I sat in that chair, the person got up from that chair and went clear back there to sit. Now, if a sinner comes through and sees that or experiences that, they're not going to want to come here to church. And we're to be building the church today, church. Not tearing it down. We're to be building a church for Jesus Christ. My Bible says in Matthew 16:25 says, I'm on John again. How did I get there? Matthew 16:25. For whoever desires to save his life will lose it. And whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. That's the Word of God. That's not my word. That's the words in the Bible. This Bible right here, the King James Holy Bible, New King James Holy Bible of the church. We're not to worry about today or tomorrow. We're to die to self. And if we worried about this old shells, we can't take these with us. We're going to die. There's only one way to get to heaven. That's through Jesus Christ. And the burial in our life, for this old life. This old man has to die to inherit heaven. We can't inherit heaven any other way. But I'm telling you, church, that when we do things like this, we're not being very inviting to the people. I was reading a story this morning in the Gospel of Luke about this man. He was beaten up. He was left laying along the road. The story in the Bible is called the Good Samaritan. Amen. It says he was laying there all beaten up and battered by the people who beat him up, the thieves. There's this man passed by. We'll call him the deacon of the church. This deacon passes by and he leaves him lay there in a ditch. Doesn't even try to help him because he's unclean. Then a few minutes later, an hour or so later, a little time later, I don't know how long, but a little time later, the pastor of the local church walks by and sees this man, leaves him lay there, doesn't help him at all. Then this sinner comes along, this Samaritan, this sinner comes along and he bandages up the crippled man, the beat up man. He bandages him up and cleans these wounds and takes him to an inn. He goes beyond and above his call of duty. He takes him to an inn and he takes him in. He tells the innkeeper, now you take care of this man. You take care of this man. And when I come back, and if this money I'm giving you today is not enough, I'll give you more. You take care of this man. And Jesus asked the Pharisees and everybody who was around, even his disciples that were listening, he said, who was this man's neighbor then? Was it the first one? Was it the second one? Or was it the third one? And the Pharisees and the hypocrites said it was the third one. He says, go and do likewise. Are we doing likewise? Are we being compassionate to our neighbors? No. No, we're just like the first man, that deacon and that pastor, the second man. We're passing by people. We're going right past them to sit in the empty pews that are available. We're leaving out places where people could sit because the government, which should not have any control over our church, the government tells us we got to sit in every other pew.